Hi, good morning children. Welcome to Gurukul Vidyalaya online classes. So today for 9th class in the subject physical science, the chemistry part we are going to discuss. The chapter is matter pure. Already two videos we have completed. In that some information about solutions, colloidals, suspensions. So everything we discussed in those chapters. And now in this video we are going to discuss about separating the components of a mixture. Separating the components of a mixture. Generally mixture means we know that different type of substances are combining together. We call it as a mixtures. In the mixtures there are two types. One is homogeneous, second one is heterogeneous mixtures. So the generally heterogeneous mixtures we can separate them easily. So already in 6th class you have discussed, yeah, you have learned about that one. Some process of separating the substances like hand picking, sieving, filtration, weaving. So these are threshing, and these are the some types of techniques which people use in their daily life, everyday life. They will use to separate the components. Sometimes special techniques also we use it to separate the substances. For example, flotation, filtration and crystallization, chromatography. So these are some of the techniques which are used to separate the components of a mixture, which are homogeneous or heterogeneous. Okay, so now the one of the separation technique we have to discuss now, that is sublimation. The first one is sublimation technique. So look at the picture. Did you observe the picture? What we are seeing here, the apparatus is arranged here. One table on the table, one tripod stand is arranged. Under the tripod stand, one burner is placed. On the stand, one china dish is placed. In the china dish, mixture of ammonium chloride and salt are placed. Mixture of ammonium chloride and salt are mixed together and filled in the china dish, and one inverted funnel is kept on the china dish. So funnel was taken and is inverted and placed on the china dish. So one end of the funnel, one cotton plug is placed. We have to fix one cotton plug. Lump of cotton we have to take and insert into the stem of the funnel. So this is the arrangement. So what is the process now to separate? Here the mixture is ammonium chloride and salt, NaCl. Ammonium chloride and NaCl salt. So both will be placed in the china dish. So how to separate them? To separate them, we have to lighten the burner. With the help of the burner, the china dish is heated up. With the help of the burner, the china dish is heated up. The heat transfers to the mixture. So at the same time, what will happen? The mixture which is in the china dish, that is ammonium chloride and salt, it will heat up. Slowly the vapors rise up. From the mixture, it will rise up some vapors. So these are the vapors of ammonium chloride. The salt will be settled into the china dish only. In the both ammonium chloride and salt will be left into the china dish, but ammonium chloride will rise up. You understand? Salt will be left into the china dish and ammonium chloride only, due to the heat, it will convert in the form of air. That means the solid is converting into the form of air. That process is called as sublimation. So here sublimation taking place. So the solid ammonium chloride slowly converts into the gaseous form, and that gases as a vapors, we call ammonium chloride vapors, those will rise up through the inverted funnel. So what will happen when the funnel is kept on the china dish? Generally the vapors will go outside through the stem, no? But will the vapors go outside? They won't go outside. Why? Because here we are fixing one cotton plug. So that is one of the way, and we are stopping the way by using the cotton plug. Then what happens? The ammonium chloride vapors will not go outside. The ammonium chloride vapors will not rise, or they will not go outside. So by this what we can understand, the vapors will touch to the stem of the inside walls of the inverted funnel. So ammonium chloride vapors will touch here inside the glassware, inside the glass funnel, walls of the glass funnel. So after the completion of the vapors, evaporation of these vapors, the ammonium chloride after rising up, we have to stop the flame. So then by taking the inverted funnel outside, if you scratch this one inside the inverted funnel, ammonium chloride is there now. So when it is heat, it will be in the form of vapor. After cooling, what will happen? After cooling, the gaseous ammonium chloride converts into the solid ammonium chloride. When it is cooled, it becomes as a ammonium chloride in the solid form. So just by with the help of any spatula, we can remove that salt. So the china dish will be in the salt will be having the china in the china dish, and the ammonium chloride we can separate that one. So by this sublimation process, we can separate the two salts, ammonium chloride and salt, that is NaCl, sodium chloride. So this process is taking place, and this technique is known as sublimation. This separating process is called as sublimation. Okay children, now we are going to understand about evaporation, how to separate the substance with the process of evaporation. So what we are seeing here, the same way one stand is there, one burner is placed under the tripod stand, and one beaker is taken and placed on the tripod stand, and it is filled with some water, and on the beaker one watch glass is taken, watch glass, one glass material, watch glass we call it will be. So on that we will place on the beaker, and in the watch glass ink will be added. Ink, we know we are using the ink, that we will add here. So whenever we lighten the burner, the water will heat it up. The water heats up. Whenever the water is heating continuously, what will happen? The water inside the beaker will heat it up. The vapors will rise up. At the same time, due to this heat, the liquid substance present in the ink also will be rising up. The liquid substance present in the ink, it will rise up. So these are the vapors we will observe here. Whenever the vapors are going outside, what will be left into the watch glass? The particles of the ink. Suppose we can take blue color or red color ink, place it in the watch glass. So what will happen? The liquid form, just in the powder form we will get. In the solid form, in the powder amorphous substance we will observe on the watch glass. So by this what we are understanding, the two substances in the ink, the liquid portion will be evaporated. It will evaporate, and the ink solid particles will be left there. So by that we can separate this type of process. So is it possible to find out the adulteration of kerosene in petrol with this technique? So adulteration of kerosene in the petrol. So in the both the liquids, they are having the density variation. So every liquid is not having the same density. They are having different densities. Depending on the densities, whenever we are heating up, which is having less density, they will evaporate fast. So when those substances we are taking, we are heating up, the less density substance will rise up, and the more will be left there only. So by that we can understand, we can separate this one. So this is the technique, evaporation process, by which we are understanding the separation of the substances. Okay children, here in this video we have observed two types of techniques separating the components of the substance. Again just listen. One is sublimation process, So in this apparatus, you have understood, whenever we are heating the China dish, the mixture in the China dish, ammonium chloride and NaCl, both are there. Ammonium chloride will evaporate and it will touch to the inner side walls of the funnel, and the vapors will not go outside as we are placing the cotton plug there. So after it is cooling, we have to remove the inverted funnel, and inside if you scratch the salt, that solid ammonium chloride will get, as it is cooling, will get the salt, and the another salt NaCl, it will be left into the China dish. So by this sublimation technique we can separate both the salts, ammonium chloride and sodium chloride. And here coming to the second technique, evaporation. When we are taking the water in the beaker, and with the help of the burner, if you are heating, the water will be heated up. After heating the water, the heat transfers to the watch glass, in which the watch glass ink is placed in the watch glass. So which is, ink is a liquid substance. Whenever we are heating up, slowly it will evaporate. The liquid portion will be evaporated outside, and the solid powder substance will be left into the watch glass. So by that we can separate the substances in that components. So these are the two techniques, sublimation and evaporation. So read thoroughly and keep the important points in your mind. Okay, thank you for watching this video.